I know it's been a little late, but this is going to be my horror pack movie review for the Blu-ray pack in November. Just got really busy before I got to review these movies. The first movie I want to review is Feast. Feast to me is one of my favorite dark horror comedy movies. It's just got a really great storyline. It's got great writing. The acting is really good. The way that every character is introduced is hilarious. It's very creative. There are really cool creatures in here and lots of interesting special effects. So if you haven't seen this movie, I highly suggest you go check it out. It's actually part of a trilogy. I haven't seen the last two. I think I might have seen the second one a long time ago, but I really should check it out again. It is a trilogy. I'm sure there are some really cool packs on Amazon, but this is a really great movie. The special features on this movie were really cool to see because you got to see makeup effects, you got to see, you know, the how-to, different interviews with the actors, and it was just an all-around really good Blu-ray movie, and I really appreciated getting it in my November horror pack. The second movie I wanted to talk about was the second one that I got to watch. That was Creepshow 2. I've seen this movie before, and just having it in my collection made me so excited because it's got three really cool stories that go along with it. So we have the first story, which is about a man who works in like an antique shop. Then we have the second movie, which is about these teenage kids who go out on a raft and they discover something interesting out in the water with them. The third one is about a hitchhiker and a woman who is not watching where she's going and is just way too much of in a hurry. This is a classic movie. If you haven't seen it, you really need to. The acting is hilarious. It's just one of those really good campy movies that you just really enjoy. It's a classic horror movie, and it's got tons of people that are working on this movie, like George Romero, and the stories by Stephen King, and you know, just lots of different horror icons working together to bring this movie to life. And then you've also got the creep that is basically narrating the story, and you're seeing these really cool animations come to life as well in the form of a comic book, and it's just really cool. So if you haven't seen it, you really need to pick this one up. This is definitely worth having in your collection. Okay, the next movie, Knucklebones. This movie was the limited edition for the horror pack in the Blu-ray pack for November. As I watched this movie, it had some really interesting ideas. Basically, a group of teenage kids accidentally summon up a demon and carnage ensues. So it was really interesting. It's kind of throwback kind of a movie. I liked watching it, but I think it's one of those movies I might just watch once or twice. Yeah, that's that one. Here is the next movie. It's actually a double feature. When I put this in the Blu-ray player, I started with Demonic, and out of the two, Demonic is definitely the better of this combo pack. The acting really was lacking in Demonic, but I guess it made it more of a funny watch when you're watching with people that you can, you know, kind of poke fun a little bit. The idea was very, you know, interesting. Just sort of like these creatures out in the forest at night, and the makeup work on the women, the vampire women in this movie, was really cool. Especially like the teeth detail. The only acting that came across was when Tom Savini came on, and he was just hilarious. He really sold it and brought it. But other than that, it's worth one watch, and you know, just take it for what it is and have fun watching it with someone else that you can, you know, just have fun with the movie. And then I watched The Uninvited, and for me, this movie, I had a hard time getting through it. It dragged for me. It was basically, you know, Indian curse on a gold mine kind of a thing. I just really had a hard time getting through it. It was really slow paced. It dragged for me. Maybe it was just the time era, and I really wasn't into it. I had a hard time finding the horror aspect, but I guess it was just because it was like a curse on a land. But yeah, so I honestly don't recommend this Uninvited movie. It wasn't something I needed in my collection. Overall, this was a really solid horror pack. Got a wide variety of things. I really appreciated the different variety that they had in November's horror pack. If you haven't checked them out, they're really interesting. They basically send you 4 movies in the mail. Sometimes if you're lucky you get a double feature and it's like 5 movies. I get the Blu-ray pack. There's a DVD pack as well. I'll go ahead and link the link in the description. If you go ahead and want to subscribe, I get $3 off, and I believe you get $3 off for your first subscription. Check them out on Facebook and check them out on Instagram. They post hints for the movies that they're going to be sending you for the following month. So it's just kind of fun to guess along with them and get some really cool horror that you might not have seen or had otherwise. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys later.